Explosions have rocked American bases once again, as Iran appears to be completely ignoring Trump's repeated warnings and pressing ahead with fresh strikes regardless of the consequences. American military bases in Jordan reportedly came under a fresh wave of Iranian attack on July 20th, marking yet another escalation in a conflict that keeps widening across the region. A series of explosions reportedly rocked positions across Jordan as air defense systems sprang rapidly to life, scrambling to intercept the incoming threat in real time. According to the Wall Street Journal, an earlier Iranian strike on July 17th had already hit housing units specifically used by American troops stationed in Jordan. All of this unfolds as Trump vows that Iran will pay dearly for every single American soldier killed in this rapidly escalating and increasingly deadly conflict. Meanwhile, the city of Khomein is now hearing the direct echo of this war, as Iran reports that one of its own industrial sites there has come under attack. Tehran has stated that no one was killed in that particular strike, even as officials begin a full damage assessment to determine the true extent of what was hit. All of this unfolds as America's death toll keeps climbing steadily following this dramatic escalation in the war with Iran, with no clear end yet in sight. Has the IRGC now unveiled its most dangerous capability yet in this conflict? One that has reportedly killed 3 American soldiers within a single 48-hour window alone? One American troop was reportedly killed while attempting to safely destroy debris left behind from a downed Iranian drone, turning a routine cleanup operation fatal. The wreckage of a downed Iranian drone ended up killing a US soldier inside northern Iraq, highlighting the unexpected dangers still present even after these drones are intercepted. This latest death comes just after an earlier Iranian strike inside Jordan had already killed 2 American troops, adding to a rapidly growing casualty count across the region. Beyond the confirmed deaths, another American soldier remains missing in the aftermath of that same attack, leaving his fate still unknown to military officials. The official count now stands at 17 US troops dead. But is the real toll about to climb even higher as more incidents continue to unfold across multiple fronts? More than 400 American soldiers have now been injured in this ongoing war with Iran, revealing a scale of casualties far larger than official death tolls alone suggest. Between relentless drone strikes, incoming missiles, and a growing list of missing troops, America's war losses are now mounting at an alarmingly fast and accelerating pace. Is any American military base across the Gulf region truly safe anymore, or has Iran shattered that illusion once and for all? Watch as dramatic footage appears to capture Iran launching a devastating strike on a US military base in Jordan, exposing the Gulf battlefield. Shocking visuals show Iran's deadly missile barrage slamming into a US base in Jordan with devastating force and precision. Watch as massive explosions rip through Jordan, with 1 US soldier still missing and 4 others reportedly injured in the attack. This comes after Donald Trump ordered missile and drone strikes against Iran for an unprecedented 8th consecutive day of military operations. Are America's regional allies secretly helping Iran target US air bases with precise intelligence, or is something even more alarming unfolding behind the scenes? After allegations of intelligence leaks involving Jordan, attention is now shifting to another key US ally in the Gulf. Has Kuwait become the latest flashpoint in Iran's campaign against American military deployments across the region? Why is the IRGC openly urging Kuwaitis to oppose the presence of American forces on their soil? In a strongly worded statement, is Tehran making its most ambitious and controversial claim of the conflict so far? As the IRGC expands its list of alleged targets beyond Israel to US military installations across the Gulf, the regional stakes appear to be rising dramatically. In one of its strongest statements yet, the IRGC declared that every Muslim has a duty to eliminate them, referring to American forces stationed in Kuwait. The rhetoric marks a significant escalation in Iran's messaging and is likely to draw strong international condemnation. Tehran has issued a blunt warning that Kuwait must not allow its territory to be used as a launchpad for future American military operations against Iran. The statement underscores the growing pressure on Gulf nations as tensions between Washington and Tehran continue to escalate. Has Iran opened an entirely new front in the Gulf? Here's what Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has to say, and I quote, "Honorable people of Kuwait, parts of your Islamic land have been under the occupation of the infidel American military for years, and it has been used as a base for killing the Muslims of Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Palestine. 140 days ago, the child-killing American army used these very bases to launch a war against us, the beginning of which was the slaughter of 168 school children at the Minab school and the martyrdom of the most prominent religious scholar of the current era, the martyr Imam Khomein. The land of Kuwait should not be a safe haven for a terrorist army that has attacked at least 10 Islamic countries in the last few decades and killed millions of Muslims. This army is, according to the fatwas of scholars of all Islamic sects and denominations, an aggressor against Muslim lands, and its blood is forfeit. It is the duty of every Muslim to eliminate them by any means possible and cleanse Muslim lands of their filthy presence. We expect you to rise to this religious duty and restore the dignity of Islamic lands. Our brave fighters, in Wave 22 of the Nosser 2 operation, codenamed with the holy name Ya Ruqayya, peace be upon her, in response to repeated American aggressions against Iranian soil, completely destroyed an enemy American early warning radar system via a drone strike. Furthermore, in another attack, they struck a shed for aviation equipment and parts and a hangar for American MQ-9 drones at the Ali al-Salem base, setting several drones on fire. We expect you, the honorable and noble nation of Kuwait, to rise to your divine duty and not allow Kuwaiti soil to be a source of evil and the killing of Muslims. The IRGC claims its latest strike targeted a U.S. early warning radar installation and an MQ-9 Reaper drone hangar in Kuwait, alleging significant damage to key American military infrastructure. However, these battlefield claims have not been independently verified by U.S. or Kuwaiti authorities. In a fiery statement directed at the people of Kuwait, the IRGC accused the United States of occupying their land and using it to wage wars across the Middle East. The statement also urged Kuwaitis to oppose the continued presence of American forces, sharply escalating Tehran's rhetoric against Washington. These developments come as Iran continues to claim that its recent missile and drone operations caught U.S. forces by surprise in neighboring Jordan. While Tehran portrays the attacks as a major military success, the full extent of the alleged damage remains unconfirmed by independent sources. Did Iran's latest wave of strikes really destroy 20 U.S. military hangars inside Jordan and leave dozens of American soldiers dead? The explosive claims are spreading rapidly, but what has actually been confirmed, and what remains part of Iran's official narrative? Did intelligence allegedly provided by Jordanian citizens or insiders help Iran identify and target American military positions? As the IRGC publicly thanks unnamed local sources, major questions are emerging over whether any such assistance actually took place. Were U.S. C-17 transport aircraft and other military assets destroyed at Aqaba Airport, or is the claim being exaggerated? We examine the timeline of events, the competing narratives, and what evidence has surfaced so far. The IRGC claims its operation caught Jordan's allies completely off guard while publicly thanking local individuals for allegedly providing crucial intelligence. But how credible are these assertions? And what could they mean for Jordan's security establishment and its regional partnerships? Iran claims its missiles and drones struck American C-17 transport aircraft and P-8 maritime surveillance planes stationed at Aqaba during the operation. If these claims are accurate, it would mark one of the most significant attacks on U.S. military assets in the region, but independent verification remains limited. The IRGC says the 21st and 22nd waves of Operation Nosser 2 unleashed another round of coordinated missile and drone strikes against U.S. military targets. Tehran is describing the attacks as devastating successes, although many of the battlefield claims have yet to be independently confirmed. Iran launched a fresh wave of missiles at U.S. military targets across the Middle East as the conflict entered another dangerous phase. Multiple missile launches were reported from different parts of Iran, signaling a broad escalation in the regional confrontation. Kuwait said its air defenses engaged hostile Iranian drones after detecting multiple aerial threats entering its airspace. Statement by General Staff of Kuwaiti Armed Forces said, and I quote, "Kuwaiti air defenses are currently confronting attacks by hostile drones, following the sinful Iranian aggression." The General Staff of the Army notes that any explosion sounds heard are the result of air defense systems intercepting the hostile attacks. Everyone is requested to adhere to the security and safety instructions issued by the competent authorities. Unquote. Bahrain activated air raid sirens and urged residents to seek shelter as regional missile threats intensified. The U.S. Embassy warned that central Manama could face potential threats as security conditions rapidly deteriorated. Statement by U.S. Embassy in Bahrain said, and I quote, "The U.S. Embassy has information to suggest that Iran may seek to target unspecified locations in central Manama. We urge all Americans to remain vigilant, follow local authorities' instructions, and review the latest guidance from the U.S. Embassy." Unquote. The IRGC claimed responsibility for a second attack targeting the U.S. military base at Al Tanf in southeastern Syria. Iranian-linked reports said the latest operation struck a U.S. Special Operations Command center in what they described as a surprise attack. The IRGC claimed it launched missile strikes targeting U.S. military aircraft at Jordan's Al-Azraq airbase during its latest operation. The IRGC said the missile attack inflicted what it described as severe damage on several American military assets at the base. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed local Jordanian sources provided intelligence that helped identify U.S. military targets. The IRGC claimed its strikes destroyed 20 hangars used by U.S. forces at Al-Azraq Air Base in Jordan. Iran also claimed the attack damaged U.S. C-17 military transport aircraft and P-8 maritime surveillance aircraft stationed at the base. Iran's latest missile campaign came as the United States carried out a 9th consecutive night of strikes on Iranian targets.